All right, welcome to the Eric J. the Great podcast show. Got a special guest on the show today, business owner Ashley Madry. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good.
So for anybody that don't know, well, you can go a little bit more in detail, but I know you do a lot of different things. But the thing that stood out to me was the taxes on Facebook, the tax benefit. I used to file taxes myself. I used to do people's taxes for about 4 years when I was in the military. So,
Oh wow. Yes, I do own a tax business. We'll co-own with my sister Shockwell. It's called the Madry Sisters Mobile Tax Service, and we started about 3 years ago. We're actually from Louisville, Kentucky. We grew up here. Um, and we got started with the tax business. Well, I was already
hold
like
on,
doing.
hold on, hold on, hold on. Don't go too deep. I was just trying to get a little information out there. We're gonna transition to all that.
Oh, okay.
But first off, just tell the people, well, you say you're from Louisville, and how old are you?
I'm
No,
36.
36. Okay. So what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear your hometown?
Louisville, I think of Muhammad Ali because that was such
Why you say that?
that was just a big thing for Louisville.
Yeah, it
So,
is crazy that he's from here. You would think he'll be from another place.
and when I go like to other places, and they be like, "Where are you from?" I'm from Louisville. Oh, Muhammad Ali. That's what they identify with. So that's what I'm used to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for anybody that never been to Louisville before, just kind of describe how it was growing up here, some of the obstacles you had to go through growing up, two-parent household, things like that, any siblings.
Well, I did grow up in a two-parent household with three older sisters. I'm the baby.
Mhm.
Um, we grew up in the west end part of Louisville, and like any other place, in the west end, it was a struggle, of course, but um, I don't know. It was my childhood was pretty good, even though it was in not a nice considered a nice part of town, but we had, like I said, a two-parent household. Um, I don't know. It
Mhm.
was,
I guess it was what it was. I made the best out of it.
yeah. I mean, well, I didn't really know. Like as a child, getting older, I recognize things now that I'm older. But back then, I mean, we had everything we needed. I had a pretty nice childhood. We played. It was good for me.
Okay, that's what's up. Everybody don't have to be too far in the trenches all the time.
I mean, yeah, it was bad. I mean, shootings, killings, crime that happens and when you're in a um considered a bad part of town. Those things happen, but it was also good memories, you know. Sorry.
Okay.
It was, you know.
So what type of activities you was into when you was younger? Did you play any sports? Were you in a band, anything like that?
I was a cheerleader. I went to Central High School. Well, I actually did dance team and cheerleading from uh, middle school on high school.
Okay.
So, and I did dance team, cheerleading, debate. I did everything that I could do.
Okay, that's what's up. So as far as the entrepreneur side, like did you have anybody in your family or close friend, anybody that was like entrepreneurs in your family that you could look up to or be around, or was you the first person to take that route?
Well, as far as entrepreneur, there weren't really um, any like role models I could kind of say I could kind of learn from, No, pretty much everyone was like working class, worked the 9 to 5 thing. Um, didn't really come from that background. But
Okay. So, what would you say gave you a passion to like go down that route? Like, what sparked that in you?
well, even though like my mom wasn't like per se a like business owner, uh, she was still like out in the community, like working like a nonprofit. She had her own nonprofit. And she would do like speaking engagements. We would travel with her. Um, she was infected with HIV. Sorry. So she was kind of like a face for that in Louisville. People know her to go and like speak to churches, speak to kids, whomever would ask her to come and speak. She would come and speak and just educate people on what HIV was and how to protect yourself and just motivate people, in a positive way. So that kind of,
Okay. So, I know you said it in the beginning, but we're gonna kind of reiterate. But what's the name of your business, and just kind of lay down the ground steps of how all that whole thing started with you and your sister doing the taxes and other things that you guys do.
okay. Well, the name of our business is, sorry. The name of our business is the Madry Sisters Mobile Tax Service. We've been doing it about 3 years. Um, well, I was already like doing taxes already. I was working for a company. I won't say the name, but they were paying me like $15 an hour. And I just remember like working like 60 hours a week. I didn't have time to like be there for my baby. They were like, birthdays come up, I need a time off. They like, he'll have other birthdays. We need you here to work. And I just didn't have that freedom. So, my sister and I, we were just, chopping it up. And she was just like, maybe you should just go into business for yourself, do it for yourself. So we decided to, go into business for ourselves, you know.
Okay. So when y'all first started, like, kind of explain like how it was at first, because a lot of everybody, like, you 3 years removed from that process, but it's easy people click on your profile and be like, oh yeah, she's doing good, they're doing good, they got a good business, they got clientele and stuff. But a lot of people, you know that it's a lot of people that want to go down that route, but they probably scared of the rough patches. It's a process to get to having that successful rolling in every year when tax season come around and things like that. So kind of explain how it was for y'all when y'all first started trying to get the word out and get the groundwork laid out for people to start finding out about y'all.
I will say this, with any business, no matter what you're doing, taxes, whatever you're doing, starting out, I would say your first 1 to 3 years is going to be your toughest because within those years, you're going to have to sacrifice a lot, your time, your money. It's not going to be jumping in and you're making, a certain amount of money. You're going to be constantly spending. um, with this business is it's low cost because you can do it virtually. So it's just like you're buying in. You get your software and just your basic necessities, and you can do this virtual. Like if you have like a home office, so you wouldn't necessarily have to start out paying like rent, LG&E, and Wi-Fi, all that for an actual physical business. But however, we didn't do that route. We actually went and got a physical location. We were down on 4th Street Live, is where we first started. And so we had like overhead costs. It was very expensive starting out. So our first year we struggled, not only financially, but to get people in. When you're first starting out, they're like, I don't know if I want you doing my taxes, you know. So you have to deal with that, win people over, and kind of win their trust with you, because it is their personal information and their finances. So you have to take that very serious.
Okay. Yeah. So as far as, obviously, when you was working for somebody and doing the job, you had to grow some type of passion for it for you to want to start your own business for it. So like what made you fall in love with doing people's taxes? Because I know me personally, when I was doing it, I used to like it just because of the interaction with people and seeing how I used to make people day and things like that. So
Well, for me, I'm not gonna lie. Um, there wasn't really a passion. Like I like, you know, working with people, but as far as the job itself, it wasn't really a passion for me starting out, because like I said, it was for someone else and how they um did business. I was just felt like I was just given too much of myself and it was nothing left for myself. So I didn't like that part of it, but I did like, the interaction with people, because it's like you meet, everybody has to file their taxes. So you meet so many different people. So networking. And so that was fun. But
okay. So kind of lay out your like the hours and things like that. Like when's the first day do y'all start doing people taxes officially, and the last day that y'all stop doing people taxes and normal business hours for typical work week during tax season?
so we're going to be open the doors January the 2nd, because we're going to be offering loans up to $7,000. Um, our hours are 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday. On Saturdays, it's going to be 11 to 2 or by schedule. On Sundays, um, I forgot, what was the other question?
Just the hours and yeah, the when's the last day y'all stop doing people taxes?
Well, actually, we're year round. So the deadline for most of our clientele is April the 15th. But however, we do go year round. So
Oh,
that's so we do help people after the deadline.
okay. And do you guys have a website?
Yes, we do. It's currently being worked on because we're doing some like updates, but our website is tax.com.
Okay. So, just like any other business, it's friendly competition. You're gonna have multiple people doing the same thing. So, in your own words, what makes you stand out from any other tax business in Louisville?
Well, with us, we're very hands-on and personal with our clients. Um, we're going to make sure your needs are met. We provide good customer service. We're going to educate also, because we do teach tax preparation on the off season. So, and we like to educate our clients as well, not only through tax preparation, but also through tax planning and other services also, to kind to guide them into when it comes to preparing their taxes, they're already ready to
Okay. So, as far as your staff, you and your sisters, the head, how many people do y'all have working for you, and do you currently do you hire new people every year, or you just got like some people that's been rocking with you from the beginning and y'all just got enough people to get the job done?
go. Right now, we have about 15 people, and we do sublease also. So we have people who aren't necessarily Magic Sisters, but um, they work within our organization. Um, and we do hire people every year because we want to continue to expand. So we have locations, Louisville, West Virginia, and Los Angeles. So we want to keep building on what we already have here.
Okay. So not the well where you can list what you want to list, but as far as like, pricing and products and things like that, just kind of lay out all the like the average price for somebody that walks in and files their taxes, or somebody that's versus somebody that got a business or something. Theirs might be a little bit more complicated, so.
Well, I won't say that quote prices because with the way our business is set up, um, we have self-employed people are self-employed, so everybody's price
Oh,
is
okay.
allow them the freedom to make their own prices. So everybody's price isn't the same. So I
Okay.
can't really.
So that's an interesting dynamic because I don't know if you thought of this, but I'm pretty sure you have. But it has to be something that be on your mind daily during tax season, I would think, because if everybody's throwing their own prices, and you got people constantly walking through the door every day, you gotta in the back of my mind, if I was in that position, I'd be like, dang, I don't want them to charge too much and run everybody off. You know what I'm saying? So how do you play with that dynamic? Because you don't want people trying
Well,
to charge people $1,000 for something that shouldn't even cost that much, or you know what I'm saying? So
no, for a basic return, it's not going to be $1,000. I would say it would be pretty much in the ballpark between 250 and five, just for a basic return. But uh, depending on what they got going on, it could go up or it may be less. It's just depending on what they got going on. But basic 255. But yeah.
yeah, I just when you said that, I had just thought about the clientele aspect of it, because
Oh,
you don't want people to be ran away, because people are not happy because they feel like they getting took advantage of or something like that.
yeah. And they have the freedom, um, all of the taxpayers within the organization, they have the freedom to adjust prices. If it's a new client, they have the right to give them a uh, new client discount. Let me give you 10% off just for being, a new client or a returning client. They have that freedom to discount if
Okay.
they.
So when would you say you really had the confidence to know that this could be around for a while? Because anything that you do, you have to build confidence in it to know that, like, oh, I could really do this for some years. So what point was that for you when you first started, that you really was like, I can do this?
I would say within the second year. The first year I was, still kind of, figuring it out, because it's one thing to do taxes, it's another to run a tax business on your own. That's so um doing taxes, yeah, you get the training, you can do that. But as far as running a tax business in an organization, that's a lot of responsibility because you have the responsibility to your clients and then to the people that you're bringing on. So that's, you know,
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it's dope to see, so a woman and an African American woman doing it, because when I was doing taxes, it was a female that was running that shop too. And I was just like, it's have to normalize, more of our faces being in the front of, any type of business, no matter what it is. It's good for people walking around Louisville to see, oh, oh, she's the same color or came from the same background I came from, that's possible.
Right. And I do get like a lot of people in the community who do reach out and, it's like good, you know, comments and, complimenting me and just encouraging me just to keep going. We see what you're doing, Ashley. Just keep going. We're supporting you and it's love. And it feels good to be loved, and supported by your peers. And, so that
So,
also.
oh yeah, right. So how did the city of Louisville embrace you as far as like, other business owners or political leaders or just in general, like when they seen you that you was gonna be around for a while as far as being a business here in the city?
I'm supportive, actually. I've I've been supported a lot, actually. Of course you're gonna have your good with your bad. So not everybody is in support, but majority of the people are supportive. And that's a good feeling because, you want to feel supported in what you're doing.
Right. So as far as anything else with your tax business, you could list out some other things that y'all offer that I might not have put out as far as your business when tax season rolls around.
So we do individual and business returns. Some of the other services that we offer, credit repair, debt resolution. So if you have like a lot of years that you have not filed, you might want to get a consultation going to see owe a lot in back taxes, and if so, we have someone who can assist you with getting that resolved. Um, Credit repair, debt resolution, the loans up to 7,000, um, and business startup also. So anyone wanting to get started in the tax business, we also offer that. So,
Okay. And for any of those other additional services, how will people go about doing that? Would they just have to come to your business location when tax season are around, or do they have like a link or something that they can go to and contact you online or something like that?
yes, I would say set an appointment. Our number is 855-403-7909. Instead of just walking in for something like that, because again, January 2nd can be super busy and we may not be able to get to you right away. But if you call us and set an appointment, we can get you going.
Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of different variants, It's good that you in business with someone else, because I can imagine, if you was doing this by yourself, that would be a lot to manage with all those additional services.
Oh no, yeah, we have actually um, a support team working with us also.
Okay.
So doing this all by ourselves. We have like a team of people that we work with. So, and
Okay.
yeah, because it would just be too much doing it like just with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Like those major three things: taxes, credit, and debt resolution. That's something that every human being has to either do or consider, whether you cashing out on stuff now and they never built your credit, or you got debt that you know you eventually gonna have to pay or settle, or whatever the case may be, you, so you can't let it linger around forever. So I was like, credit is most important thing that you can start working on. A lot of people still don't understand the value of that.
You can't really do much. You can't really live the life you want to live without credit, finances. You have to get all those things in order if you want to live comfortably.
Right.
you know?
Right.
So,
So for anybody that's wanting to start a tax business, it's just like how you was 3 years ago, be like, all right, I'm about to do it. So just kind of list some of the things that caught you off guard that you didn't expect when you first started, and kind of give some pros and cons of owning a tax business that you know other people gonna run into.
for me, it was just, um, it was the management part of it. When I first started, I say, okay, all I need to do, find a location, get a phone number, get my, tools, and I'm good to go. um, you have to, number one, know what's ahead of you. Sorry. So, number one, you have to know what's ahead of you. So, right? Well, first, I would get a mentor uh, and figure out what it takes. Like, get a list going of everything that you need to get started. And I would kind of like get organized. Okay, so I have to go get my EIN. I have to go, um, get my location. I have to, do all these things. So I would just go get the information and just take it step by step. Don't rush into anything. Don't bite off more than you can chew. You don't necessarily need a physical location if you can't afford a physical location, because you have to keep in mind uh, you have your personal bills, and then the business bill is going to be added onto that. So if you can't afford both, then I would start from where you are, because if you can't handle that type of weight, then your business is going to crumble.
Yeah, that's real good advice, because a lot of people, you know, would just jump into it, and the most thing in anything, just in life in general, just exclude having a business, but everybody should have a mentor, just as far as outside of your spiritual life, whatever your religion might be. But as far as having a person that's been down the roads that you're going past, and they can give you that perspective, or they can show, or they got a proven track record of being successful in whatever you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So, that's real good advice, because a lot of people will put too much pressure on themselves and be over stressing themselves out, when you could easily reach out to somebody and they can just give you the knowledge.
Yeah, that is very true. And also, we have like a group of about 20 ladies who are all Black and who are all tax professionals, where we meet up, we train together, we exchange information. And I think it's important, if you do decide to jump into this, to surround yourself with other individuals who are in the same industry. So your mindset would be different. You know, uh, you're going to be more focused on what you're doing, and less distraction, because it's all around you. So I would say that also, to kind of surround yourself with like-minded people who are kind of like doing the same thing that you're doing.
Right. So, also, I know it had to be hard, because I like talking about this stuff a lot. Like, when people come into success, it's hard for a lot of people, even people that you got like real love for, whether that be friends, family members, whoever, you know what I'm saying, for them to embrace that, because they still used to you being regular old Joe, no responsibilities, or just regular 9 to 5 person, you know what I'm saying? So
Let me backtrack that a little bit. Now, with that, friends and family are not going to be your supporters, and that's okay. They were not, for us, but eventually they became that way. So starting out, no, they were not, but eventually they warmed up. Okay, you're serious. Because you have to keep in mind, your friends and family know you on a different level, personal, not necessarily professional. So they're going to get you different. So it's going to take a little bit of time for them to kind of warm up to the professional actually who's doing taxes. So
Oh yeah. So as far as anything related with all the services that you just put out, do you have any more information that you want to tell about the services that you offer? And also I want you to give your Mount Rushmore of business people, just or successful entrepreneurs, just your top five Mount Rushmore entrepreneurs, like people that you look up to, things like that.
people that I look up to, uh, you mean like,
Just
um,
just
that
top five. You know how people say in sports, be like, Mount Rushmore, give me your top five players of all time. So, in your aspect, you're a businesswoman. So who is the top five entrepreneurs you might, keep up with that you really admire?
well, my top five, I guess, I never really thought about it too much, but
Mm.
I do admire Oprah. That is a person that I do follow. Um, I do. There's a person who I do follow on Instagram. Her name is Coach Stormy. Um, she is a motivational speaker.
Okay.
Uh, her and Eric Thomas.
Yeah, I love him.
Because I like to like stay motivated, so I'm constantly following people who walk that path with me. So as far as business, um, I can't really think of anybody right now at the moment. I know I have a lot of people, I just can't think of them at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, I like Eric Thomas. Another guy, I don't know if you ever heard of him before, Inky Johnson. He's a good one. His name Inky Johnson. Him and Eric Thomas is actually cool. He comes on Eric Thomas podcast all the time. But he's the guy. He got the amputated arm. He played for the University of Tennessee college football. He was projected to be one of the best defensive players ever. Last year in college, got hurt, almost died because his arm went out, couldn't play football no more. He was about to be a multimillionaire. He was a safety at Tennessee Volunteers, and the way he speaks is like, like it's powerful because he only got one arm, and the way he puts into perspective how you know how his injury, because people ask him all the time. They was like, man, you was the best safety in college football. You had 25 million guaranteed right there. All you had to do was just finish your season. Like, what makes you, not regret that? And he said it was so powerful what he said. He was like, he said my mom and dad didn't get along at all. Like they said they couldn't even be in the same room with each other. And then he said that when he had that life-threatening surgery, when they told him he was about to die and they had to take the nerves out his arm and stuff, he was saying that was the first time him and his mom got in a room and was civil when they actually was talking among each other as friends and things like that. And he was like, you know, he know what he lost as far as football and things like that, but him being able to become a motivational speaker, become a millionaire doing that, and his parents being on good terms, he said he wouldn't trade that in for the world. So
Yeah. I haven't heard of him,
yeah, you
but
got to go look at his speeches. He be speaking to colleges. He dope.
know the name. The name doesn't sound familiar, but
Yeah, it's Inky Johnson, Inky Johnson.
I'm gonna have to look him up. But
Yeah, he's
Um,
dope. I look at his YouTube videos like almost every morning because he speaks to a lot of college kids and he keeps it real with them. Like he's like, hey, he said, hey, like, yeah, he a real dude. Like,
yeah,
I'm trying to get him on my podcast. I've been reaching out to him.
that'd be dope. But yeah, I try to follow like a lot of people. I follow a lot of people, but right off the top of my head, I can't like really think of anybody in particular. But it's always has to be like somebody who is aligned with what I'm doing or positive. I can't really handle like a lot of negativity or,
Yeah,
really, my mind just can't. So I have to, because that stuff affects you.
right.
If uh, just coming down, it affects your energy. So
Yeah, it's almost like the music you listen to. Like, like I love some of the new hip hop, but then I find myself being angry for no reason. So I have to be like, nah, I need to listen to this R&B. I need to turn some Usher on or something. I need to mellow my mood out.
but I mean, yeah, I do a little bit of both when it comes to the music, but it just depends on what mood I'm in. But majority is like, vibe music.
Oh yeah. So let people know how they can follow you on social media, your website. I don't know if you guys have a YouTube channel, anything like that, and also any last words you want to tell people about what you got going on.
You can follow me personally, Ashley Boss Chick Madry on Facebook and Instagram. Also follow our business page, The Boss Connect, and Madry Sisters Mobile Tax Service on Instagram and Facebook. We don't have a YouTube channel yet, but with the way things are going, you kind of have to have like all of the platforms just to put yourself out there. So that's coming. Um, my last words to anyone is just no matter where you are right now, it's never too late to start fresh and to start over and to put yourself in a better position. I did it. And I'm happy that I did. And just try and stay positive. Uh, don't let one bad day think that you have fool you into thinking you have a bad life. And just surround yourself with good people to love on you and just uplift. We need to uplift each other right
Right.
now.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you coming on the podcast. I like doing these type of episodes because it's kind of a little bit out of ordinary of what I've been doing recently. I mean, I interview all type of people, whether that be authors,
Yeah.
business owners, um, platinum selling artists, up and coming music artists. So I appreciate you coming on, and anytime you want to come on, you could reach out to me anytime. I'm on Instagram, Eric J the Great, and Twitter, Eric J the Great, and my Facebook. Where we have friends on Facebook, but also want to give a shout out to all my supporters. We about to hit 3,000 subscribers on YouTube, and
Oh, wow.
we we're almost at 250,000 views on my YouTube channel. So I appreciate everybody that's been supported, and also just received my Spotify Wrap. So I'm in the top 5% most shared podcast globally, top 30% most followed podcasts just general in 2022. So I appreciate everybody that's been following the podcast and keeping up with it, and also be on the lookout. The Lil Flip interview drops the day after Christmas at 12 p.m. Eastern time, and all my other big interviews with Derez Deshawn, Shawty Low Jr., Free Man Test, Ideals is already out. You can go look at those interviews anytime. More dope guests on the way. I be reaching out to a lot of people all the time, just trying to make it make sense. So, but anytime you want to come on, whether that be about your business or anything, because I talk about real stuff too, like whether that be relationships, 50-50 in relationships. Should you kick your kid out at 18? That was one of my most popular episodes. Should you kick your kid out at 18 years old? Police brutality. And the reason I started a podcast, I started it in April 2020 when I retired from the military.
I think you started during the pandemic.
Oh yeah. I started it 2 months before I retired from the military, and I started it because I think among minorities and in life, especially among minorities, but in life in general, mental health aspect is absent, and I just think that whenever we can, a lot of us need to have dialogue amongst each other and to get reassurance in ourselves to know that people go through similar things, no matter how successful or poor they are.
I agree. And, it's good to like get it out and, talk about it, have a conversation too. Because a lot of people just hold it in, let that pride, that ego, So that's good, that
Yeah.
you're crazy for, people like us.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I don't had a couple people tell me like we'll be doing an episode on something, and they'll be currently going through it, but I don't know that. And then they'll reach out to me afterwards when the episode done and be like, "Hey, I really needed that. There was a release. I'm currently going through the topic that I just chose randomly for the day, and they just happen to be going through it." So
And thank you for, reaching out and allowing me to come on. I don't like do like a lot, but I'm getting used to actually like uh, doing interviews because, I'm honestly a shy person, so shy. So I have to get used to,
yeah, absolutely. I used to be like that all the time, but I just kind of like stop thinking about what people think or how I look. I just start moving.
yeah.
But we gonna have to set up a date too. I'm gonna reach out to you to actually do a vlog of I'll bring my cameraman up there.
You just text me, where's the link? She's so
No.
late.
Oh yeah, here she go right here. but but yeah, we can set up a date to do a vlog for what my cameraman will follow me up there and we could
Hello, how you doing?
oh hey, how you doing? So we were just wrapping up the interview, but we just basically talked about how y'all grew up, services y'all offer with y'all tax business and the pros and cons of owning a tax business, and how it was for y'all when y'all first started, because everybody can look at the success you have 3 years removed, but don't nobody know about the rough patches, that first year y'all had to go through, when y'all first started. So
Yes, it was a rough patch. We started, like I said, we started from the bottom, with a lot of overhead, and but we stuck with it, and we are living proof that others, if they stick with it and join in on our team, we have the method already down for them in the format, and we will lead them to the promised land. We can show them that it's life changing.
oh yeah, absolutely. So I was just telling her, I'm gonna get with her and set up a date. Whether that be at the beginning of the new year or yeah, it had to be in the beginning of the new year, yeah, because next week my birthday. So
Have a happy early birthday.
but I want to do a vlog just like I did a vlog with Virtue and a couple other people where my cameraman just follow me around and y'all just walk me around the office and just show how it is on a normal day,
Okay.
things like that. Just like a little behind the scene thing, like 10, 15 minutes.
Would love to do that. Would love to do that. Sure. And the good thing, being the first of the year, they'll get to see like how the season first starts off, where people's coming in, showing like us prepping and getting ready, and some of the trials and tribulations we're dealing with. People, once you running that big opening.
Yeah.
So I think they will like that, in that way, because right now we haven't officially opened yet because tax season don't start to January 2nd. So that'll be perfect if, you want to come in, you can see what we do, and, probably get to see some of our clients as well, get a little feedback from them too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I like doing those vlogs. I just started doing that about a couple months ago because I did one with Stay Ahead too in the mall. So
Okay. Yeah, I went in that store. Yeah, I like that clothing line. It's pretty nice.
yeah. Mavante, he's a pretty cool guy. I did an interview with him in a vlog that's supposed to drop next month.
Okay. Awesome. Glad to hear that.
But yeah, like I was telling your sister, anytime I want to come on when it's anything involving your business or just real life topics, because I don't just do interviews. It's talk about real stuff that people go through on a daily basis, whether that be child support, police brutality, 50-50 in relationships, or anything, what I'm saying, that's can come across in somebody's life. And I try to balance it out, try to have the same amount of females and males, so you don't try to like have it one sided,
Okay.
Yeah, because
Awesome,
I rent out studios here in the city, so I just pick a studio and rent it and just set up an episode to have people pull up on me,
Okay, cool.
Awesome. That'll work.
Oh, what you say?
I say, yeah, we'll have
Well, yeah, if y'all don't know,
awesome.
What'd you say?
I said, well, that's awesome. I'm looking forward to linking up with you next month.
Oh yeah, I don't know how if both of y'all are Lil Flip fans, but I just interviewed him, and that interview drops the day after Christmas. So
definitely.
Wow, dang! You know what? That's gonna be a good one. I was wondering what had happened to him.
Man, Lil Flip still living a high life. Like Lil Flip had the one of the best record deals in the early 2000s. Like he was one of the only people to sign a deal in the early 2000s. He owned all his music. So he sold over 25 million records owning all his music. So them royalty checks is nice.
Wow.
He was sitting in a $500,000 truck when I was interviewing him.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Okay, I love to hear it. That's good.
Yeah, he got 2 marijuana strands. He got his own marijuana juice. Like he got a lot of stuff.
Wow. But this is an awesome interview. Yeah, he's helping save lives.
Yeah. Business people.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Lil Flip,
awesome.
Lil Flip got a lot of stuff going on. He just don't be in a spotlight like that. But I'm cool with his assistant.
Because when you busy working, you don't got time to be on the TV. It's like you working,
Yeah. And
probably like I got stuff going on than to be hanging out,
Yeah, you can check out the Derez Deshawn interview too. I interviewed him a month ago. Derez Deshawn, he made that Hardaway song that went popular a couple years ago.
Yeah. I remember that song. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out.
But yeah, did you have anything else? I don't know if you were gonna say something different to what your sister said as far as like, the business and things like that you want people to know about it.
That's mostly about it. She basically covered everything, so that's basically it. I just want to just kind of touch bases to give people hope, to let them know, because some people think that just because they're working, like a 9 to 5, that they can't start their own business and be successful with it. So I do want to like kind of just show them some facts and details, but some of it will be mostly visual that we'll probably give you, but create like just a little sheet showing them that they can be entrepreneurs and make it in the tax business. And then also, I would like to advertise that we will be doing loans and accepting clients January 2nd. So that way people know to come out and file their taxes. And we also have added another service, which is bookkeeping, which we saw that a lot of our entrepreneurs lack having their organization skills for their bookkeeping, knowing what to file, what to bring. So we have created a booking method, which will be on our website that clients are, if you're not our clients, if you just need some booking, we can assist you with that.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, we got bookkeeping and credit.
Yeah, that's dope. Like I told her, I was like, that credit, that debt, and taxes, that's something that everybody got to deal with. No matter if you deal with it now or you're gonna deal with it later.
That's right. That's right. And we also have the debt solution. So, like, say if you're already in debt, we can help you with that to get out of debt. And yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. Y'all have a lot of stuff going on.
Yes, we do.
For the community, because a lot of, especially coming off the holidays and things like that, and being like almost 2 years removed from the pandemic. So I'm pretty sure there's some people out there that's gonna need some debt resolution or those take advantage of those loans or building their credit and things like that.
Oh yes, definitely gonna need that, because after they get done shopping, that's why they can come to us. We'll have loans available, and also we'll have, if you are having where you done maxed out your credit cards, we have the debt solution for you as well. So we're gonna refill your pockets and restore you some education on how to not go back in debt. Because once you go in debt, once you get there, you don't want to go back. You want to, learn methods of keeping. And we, with our service, we'll stick with you as long as till you feel like you've done and don't need the service. But we'll guideline them, tell them all the essentials they need to stay out of it, and also we got how they can build their credit. So yeah, we'll win-win-win.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But that's pretty dope to see two African American women doing this, and because a lot of people here in Louisville, they think that's a small city, but it's really not that small. Like, it's really big.
It's actually big. It's a big city. And that's why I keep telling everybody. I'm like, it's growing. I like how I'm from Louisville, grew up there, so I've seen it to where there was nobody that I could look up like me in position where I could say, oh, they own ownership, or it was mostly when I was coming up, people, basically work for somebody else. We wasn't taught the essentials of how to go out and create your own business rather than work for somebody else. So I am very happy with the success of everybody in Louisville. I see a lot of entrepreneurs, and that's why we did the tax business, so that way we can educate people who look like us on how to run a successful business, but yet still do your taxes and be able to have these essentials so you can get loans, so you can get the money to help. Basically, where you don't have to spend your money, you can utilize other money to create your business as a success, because I always hear this all the time. I don't have money for a business. I don't have the money. I don't have the money. It's money out here that will help you.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm sorry. So that's why we got into business.
Don't forget, also do another service that we're going to be doing is business funding. For our business clients, for your
system processing. Swipe or insert card and follow instructions on PayPal.
Yeah, you might have to
your phone's going in and out.
Yeah. You said business funding.
Oh, yeah, we're going to be offering business funding for this year.
for businesses who need a little financial help. I will say make sure that your tax return reflects accurate information because a lot of businesses, when they go to the bank,
System processing. Swipe or insert card and follow instructions on PIN pad. If you have coupons, press
so
coupon. Otherwise, select your method of payment.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Swipe or insert
Yeah.
card and follow instructions.
That's why we're trying to like educate, you know, those in the community so that way they don't have to fall into these categories of, you know, needing that solution, or where if you are starting a business and don't have money, you can utilize that tax return to kind of help you save on paying taxes and help you get funded, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. But well, I appreciate both of y'all coming on. You know, anytime you want to come on the show, just let me know. Eric J. the Great on all platforms and including YouTube, the Eric J. the Great podcast. And I appreciate y'all coming on. And anybody y'all know that need a platform to speak, or if y'all want to come back on, just let me know. And I'll set up the date with y'all to do the vlog. And this concludes the episode. I appreciate both of y'all.
okay, thank you for having us, and we look forward to coming on next time.
All right, thank you. No problem.
All right, bye. Happy holidays.
All right, thank you.